So welcome to Corporate Bhagavad Gita. There are prayers on my screen. You can chant with me. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam. Vande Aham Shri Guru Shivta Padagamanam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamsha. Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathamvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakam Vitamsha. Hey Krishna Karuna Sindhu Deen Bandhu Jatpate Vishwopi Kavanta Radha Kantam Sute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vishabhanu Sudhe Pramami Hari Priye Vanchakalpatarubhesha Kripa Sindhu Bhayavachititanam Bhavanebhyo Vaishnavo Namo Namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhaktavinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So welcome again. We will continue from where we had stopped, chapter 17. Chapter 17 and verse number 17. We had just finished this. Okay. So last time we went through tapasya of the body, of the speech, and where are we? Mind, body, speech, and mind. So we discussed these things: body, speech, and mind. And then we discussed this also, that all this tapasya should be done in accordance to the Shastras and for the sake of the Supreme. All these tapasya should be done not for any material benefit. Means material benefit may come, but we are not doing it for the sake of material benefit. We are doing it for the sake of duty. Nishkam Karma Yoga. And in accordance with Shastra and for the sake of the Supreme. Then such a austerity is called is in goodness. This is mode of goodness. Okay. So we'll go to text number 18. Satkara mana purjartham tapodambhena chaiva yat kriyate tadahi proktam rajasam chalam adhruvam. Okay. Penances performed out of pride and for sake of gaining respect, honor, worship is said to be in mode of passion. It is neither stable nor permanent. So all this tapasya and charity, whatever we do, if we don't perform it in a selfless duty purpose, right? Just for duty, selfless, benefit for others. If you don't have all that, then it is said to be in mode of passion. Then we are doing all these things out of mode of passion. So then what would be the reasons? The reasons would be like, pride. I did so much of tapasya. So in the society, one is looking for some name or fame. So he's looking for gaining respect, honor, award, or worship. Worship means, few people, they do a great fan following. So that is kind of worship. But all this is in passion. So what is the nature of passion? Rajogun. What is the nature of Rajogun? It is neither stable, okay, nor permanent. chalam, and adhruvam. Chanchalam. You must have heard this word chanchalam or achalam, chalam. Achalam means which doesn't move. Chalam means flickering, means it will go away. Just like a drop of water when it falls on a leaf. How long will it stay on the leaf? A small wind will just take it away. So it is flickering. Adhruvam, it is temporary. One may get name, fame, but for some time, not for a longer time and all that. For some time it is there. So people do such religious activities for gaining respect, honor, worship, etc. But it is in Rajasi mode. It won't be stable, it won't be permanent. Sometimes penances and austerities are executed to attract people, receive honor, respect, and worship others. Persons in mode of passion arrange to be worshipped by subordinates and let them wash their feet and offer riches. So this is called a worship, where some people wash other people's feet, literally, or um, all they'll offer riches and all that. But such arrangement is artificially made by the performance of penances are considered to be in passion, mode of passion. The results are temporary; they cannot be continued for some time, but they are not permanent. Okay. So in this chapter, right, everything will be discussed in terms of three modes of material nature. And like we have discussed it previously, that three modes of material nature means goodness will bring what? Pure and happiness. Passion, Rajagun, will bring misery. Ignorance, Tamogun, will bring foolishness, nonsense. Passion will increase the greed. Goodness will increase our knowledge. And ignorance will increase madness and illusion and foolishness. So everything in life, right, can be put into these three modes. मूढ़ घ्राणीनात्मनो यत् पीडया या पीडाय क्रियते तपः परस्योत् सादंत अदानार्थम वा तत्तामसम उद्धारितम. Okay, now this is tamogun. Tamogun means tamogun means it is done out of foolishness, self-torture, in desire to injure others. It is said to be in mode of ignorance. Penances means tapa, you doing voluntary some tapasya, some voluntary giving up things, voluntary taking up some hardship. But if it is done out of foolishness, self-torture. So one of the thing is like there is this some people go on fast, hartal, right? Hartal, you have heard about hartal? They go on fast for days and they
Yes,
said,
Prabhuji, yes.
yeah, they say, my demands are not fulfilled, I will die on too fast, something like that,
Yeah,
right?
yes, yes. Prabhuji.
So all this is self torture. Why that is self torture, and why it is not considered by the shastra to be the right thing, but to be foolishness, to be tamogun? Why do you think? What is the reason? Any comment?
Because Prabhuji, first of all, the motive is selfish. We are only for
Okay.
this is not for overall good. It is only for individual good or
No, he can tell, no,
individual.
he can tell it is good
Yeah,
for society and all that. I'm doing this for the society, people. Like in our Indian freedom movement, they did so much of fasting onto death and all that, right? So why is it that Shastra say no, no, it's not good. It's kind of tamoguni thing. We should not destroy, injure other.
yeah, Prabhuji.
So then, why do you think Shastra is saying like this? Why Bhagavad Gita is saying it is not actually good? It's not foolish. I mean, it is foolishness.
Self.
Okay, what when are we supposed to do fasting? Upvas. When are we supposed to do upvas according to Shastras?
Upavas, Prabhuji, like on Ekadashi,
Hmm.
Janmashtami.
Yeah. So Shastras are very clear when to do fasting, right?
Yes, Prabhuji.
And how many days to do and all that.
Yeah.
Generally, no fasting goes beyond 1 day. Okay.
Yeah.
So Shastras are clear. Now, if somebody is doing fasting for, say, political reason, for independence reason, for some other reason, Shastras say fasting is meant for spiritual reason. It is not meant for this. So then one can ask, okay, if I have a political reason, if I have some reason to do this kind of protest or something, what is the best way to do? What do you think is the best way to do?
And there is no best way because the thing itself is not good. So maybe
No, the
somebody
thing
is
is,
insisting because
if
other party is doing bad.
yeah, but by fasting, are you able to achieve your goals?
These are like tactics. So
So what is the best tactic? Let's say if there's a political reason, what is the best tactic in a political reason to achieve our goals?
yeah, message has to be conveyed. So maybe
Then fasting, okay, fasting Shastras don't allow. Then how to convey that message? Think about it. It's a very simple answer.
hmm,
Do you think India got independence because of fasting by some politicians?
no, Prabhuji.
One of the
It's,
biggest reason was when the Indian Navy they revolted against the Britishers
yes,
after the
Prabhuji.
World War II. Then the Britishers understood that we cannot control.
Yeah.
Okay, so all this, if you look at our Indian independence, it was in 1930s or even earlier than that that they said that we want freedom from Britishers.
Yes. Yes, Prabhuji.
But why did it took more than 15 years, 20 years to achieve it? It took a war. It took a World War II to shake up the Britishers. You see,
Yes.
so for political reasons, you need political ways of handling those things. You cannot use other ways. That is
Hmm.
not. It is not going to help. Like those who called told about ahimsa and all that, when they were put to jail, were they sent to Andaman and Nicobar? Hmm? All these ahimsa.
No, no,
So
no,
then
Prabhuji.
where
They
they
were
were sent?
giving.
They were actually put
giving
in home arrest. And
hmm.
those who did violent protests, they were sent to where? Were they put in home
Andaman.
arrest?
They were sent to the Andaman.
Yeah. Why? Because the Britishers knew what is going to really shake them up.
Yes,
You
Prabhuji.
see? Because the Britishers knew what is going to shake them up. If we do protest on the road and all this, nothing is going to happen. But if there is some violence involved, then the police is involved, then the politician will then the government will take action, right?
Yes, yes,
So
Prabhuji.
all
Yes,
this,
Prabhuji.
so yeah, if you have a political reason, take a political way, find a political way to resolve it. Don't use this things which are meant for other purposes to resolve it because it's not going to help. So therefore, it is called foolishness.
Hmm.
Therefore, it is called foolishness. Like that. We need to understand this thing because they have been a very good propaganda for last more than 100 years. Ahimsa, ahimsa, ahimsa. But if we really look into it, if we, by the ahimsa way, can we stop the terrorist?
No,
Huh?
Prabhuji. Never.
Huh? No, right?
No, no. They will not.
Yeah,
If
we have to, punish them. There's no ahimsa means necessary violence. It
necessary
also
one.
means zero violence. It also means necessary violence.
Necessary.
Hmm. So anyway, you can't do it with other things. You have to look for political ways and all that. So
Hmm.
there are instances of foolish penances undertaken by demons like Hiranyakashipu who perform austere penances to become immortal and kill the demigods, Devatas. He prayed to Brahma for such a thing, but ultimately he was killed by Supreme Personal Godhead to undergo penances for something which is impossible. He's certainly in the mode of ignorance. So what was the impossible thing that he was looking for?
He will never die. Like,
Yeah. So even Brahma says, I am going to die. So then
hmm,
he puts up, then he becomes like a software engineer and he says, okay, I will put a lot of if and else statement.
hmm,
I cannot be killed by man, I cannot be killed by devata, I cannot be killed by animal, I cannot be killed in the day, I cannot be killed in the night, I cannot be killed by any weapon,
I think
I cannot be killed in the sky, I cannot be killed on the ground, I cannot be killed by who is born.
hmm,
So then Narsinga Bhagwan comes. He's half man, half lion. He's born from a pillar. So actually he's not born. He kills him with the nails. He kills him in the evening time when it is neither morning nor night. When it is neither day nor night, right?
yes, yes, bro.
Then he kills him on his lap,
Yeah,
neither on the ground nor on the sky.
non the sky.
So there's a bug in his coding. Doesn't work.
Yeah, Prabhuji, but whatever he could think, he thought like almost everything.
Yeah. See, the thing is, if something is impossible and if we try to get it, that is also considered mode of ignorance.
Yeah.
Okay. दातव्यम इति यद दानम दीयते न अनु उपकारिणे देशे काले च पात्रे च तद दानम सात्विकम स्मृतम. Now this is very important. Danam. The word danam is used, that is charity. Donation. Donation which is, or charity which is given out of duty without expectation of return at a proper time, place, and time and place, and to a worthy person is considered to be mode of goodness. Mode of goodness means sattva gun. So donation should be given out of duty, okay, without expectation of return. Don't think that he will give this back or something. Now, proper time, proper place is fine, but most important is to a worthy person. To a worthy person. Can you tell me what kind of worthy persons are there who can, you know, whom we can donate? If you have to give charity, what all kinds of worthy persons are there? Worthy, you understand, right?
Yes, Prabhu. Yeah. Sadhus and
Sadhus, Brahmanas,
Brahmanas. Yeah.
Vaishnavas. Okay, that is there. Second,
Who has taken sannyas?
that will come in the above one, the Brahmanas and
Okay.
Sannyas and all that.
Okay.
Okay. Needy people, poor people, right? Needy people, poor people. We have to give some charity, no, to them.
Yes, yes, Prabhu. Yeah.
Those who have should take care of those who have not, those who don't have. That is part of the charity. Now, now there is another consideration. Okay, what all considerations are there? Okay, out of duty without expectation of return. Proper time, proper place. Desha kalecha patrecha. Okay. Okay. So now let's talk about needy and poor people. What kind of charity can you give them?
No, the basic needs, Prabhu, like
You can give money, you can give food, you
food,
can give clothing,
clothes.
right?
Yeah.
Some shelter also when needed and all that. Now, in this, there is one consideration. Let's say you see a poor man and he's asking, give me 10 rupees, 20 rupees. We see that, no? Every place. Let's say in Majestic railway station, somebody asks you, would you give money? No? Would you give money? Yes or no? Hmm? Would you give money to somebody in a Majestic?
Uh, if they are physically challenged, Prabhu, like
Okay, you may decide whether to give
yeah,
or not.
yeah,
Like
yes,
physically challenged and all that. Okay, let's say if he's not physically challenged, he's just wearing torn clothes. That's it. Not
no,
taking
no,
bath and all that.
no, Prabhu, like
But then you have to give something. So what will you give?
maybe if I have any fruit or food in my
Hmm.
bag, I will give. Yeah.
Yeah. So sometimes you have to make the decision because with money, what happens is we don't know how he is going to use it. Like I saw this one person. He came in. I was traveling in a train, and this person came and he didn't have a t-shirt or some shirt or something, and he was crawling on his legs. Okay, he didn't look disabled, but he was crawling on his legs, and then he started using his t-shirt, and he started removing all the dirt from the floor, and then as he went from one um, seat to another, right, he was saying give me money and all that. Some people gave money. Now after he finished the coach, na, somehow I was outside, and then I saw this person came out, and he wore his shirt, okay, and he started walking nicely like a young man, huh? And he just walked away with the money. He must have got something like 100 30 40 rupees, right?
Mm.
Now what do you think this person is going to do with the money? And if he goes multiple coaches, 8 coaches, let's say he goes, then he definitely will have something like 500 600 rupees, right? So what do you think such a person will do of that money?
Yeah, he will miss you somewhere. Simple.
No, where will he use?
Most probably he will take some sort of a liquor kind of thing.
Yeah. So that is
Because
the thoughtfulness that we have to give when we give charity. Okay, that is the thoughtfulness that we have to give charity. Like if you think that it may be misuse, but then you have to give charity, so you give it in other ways, like food, clothing, like that. Money may not be always given. Now let's come to this first point: sadhus, brahmanas, and vaishnavas. What kind of considerations we need to take when we are giving charity to these people? Sadhus, brahmanas, vaishnavas.
these are genuine needy people. Needy in the sense like because they are not earning money, and they are doing the genuine bhakti. So I think we should support whatever resource we have. We should support.
Okay. Now,
So
how
we
do you
should,
say they are genuine?
if they are genuine. See, the point is we have to assume. We have to assume something,
Mm-hmm.
like whether they are genuine or they are not
Yeah,
genuine between these two
exactly,
lines.
exactly, exactly. See,
Yeah,
in today's world, unfortunately, there are many people in the dress of sadhus and brahmanas, but they are not really genuine people. They are cheating people, right?
yeah, yeah. Intimidating.
So that consideration we need to do when we are giving charity to these people. So again, we have to think what to give and what not to give. So we can sometimes give food, but money is something is um, what to say, it's a very powerful thing, money.
Hmm.
I mean, we can see so many so-called babajis have done scams and all that, right? So if you see, the scam just ends up, first thing is they have a lot of money, right? They will build palatial houses for themselves, or they may do something else. Then later on we come to know they are abusing someone, generally women and children. So there is where our charity will be misused. So we have to first see whether they are genuine or not. Okay. In today's world, we have to do all these considerations. Because today it's a place of cheaters and cheated, right? Cheaters and cheated. In the Vedic literature, any question? Any question at this point? Any question at this point?
This is okay, Prabhuji.
Okay. In the Vedic literature, charity given to a person engaged in spiritual activity is recommended. See, this is the genuineness that we need to look. That they should be engaged in spiritual activities. Like I will tell you, TDD. You know TDD? Tirumala Trust, something. Devasthanam Trust.
Yes, true.
Ah.
Devasthanam, yeah.
So they get so much of donation and all that. So they have a scheme where they are telling that those who are local brahmanas from the local brahmanical family and all that, they sometimes carry certain training within the family, like they will become expert in certain branch of Vedas, like Rig Veda or Purana or Bhagavad or Ramayana or Mahabharata. So they have come with a scheme that, okay, you brahmanas, if you go to your local temple, wherever you are, if you are in Tirupati, it's fine, but if you are in, let's say, some other temple, some other local temple, every day if you do 1 hour of recitation of this Vedic literature, then monthly TDD will pay 25,000 rupees to such brahmanas for the maintenance and all that. So it is not just free. They have to do something, right? That something has to be a spiritual activity. They have to do a Parayan, Parayan, the chanting of the shlokas and all this. If they do it for minimum 1 hour every day in their local temple, then so charity is to be given like this. If they are engaged in spiritual activity, then definitely we can give charity. It should not be given indiscriminately. Indiscriminately, it should be discriminately given. It should be given, agreed, but indiscriminately means we are giving money to unworthy people. Like I saw this one person who just walked off. He just stood up, wore his t-shirt, collected his money, put it in his pocket, and just ran away. So we have to be careful. Spiritual perfection is always a consideration. Therefore, charity is recommended to be given at a place of pilgrimage, at a lunar and solar. So these are proper times and place. Where? At the holy place. Sometimes we see too many poor people there, but holy places are meant for holy people also, like sadhus, Vaishnavas. So we have to give them also. Lunar and solar eclipses, these are proper times to give. At the end of the month, qualified Brahmana, Vaishnava, or in temple. Such charity should be given without consideration of return. Even sometimes some people want to give charity because they get tax benefit. Even that tax benefit should not be a consideration. Okay, I need to save tax, so I will show these many donations that I have done and then get a tax rebate and all that. So no, that is not the purpose. It should be done as a duty. If you are showing, it is fine, but it should not be done for the sole purpose of showing. Okay, I need to save money and all. No. Even if you get something return out of it, you will get it back. You will give it back to the spiritual people, like that. Charity to the poor is sometimes given out of compassion, but if a poor man is not worthy giving charity to, then there is no spiritual advancement. Okay, we have to see the worthiness. Okay, otherwise, um, giving that money will not bring us piety, will not bring us punya. That is the problem. Okay, you just cannot say, okay, I kept giving to so many poor people and all that. Well, if the poor people are not using it properly, if they're using in illegal activities, then you will get some karma out of it, right? So therefore, we
Mm.
have to be careful. In other words, indiscriminate charity is not recommended in Vedic literature. Indiscriminate should not be there. Okay. Next. Yattu yattu pratyukaryartham फल फलम उद्दिश्य वा पुनः दीयते च परिक्लितम तद्दानम rajasam smritim. Now here charity in rajasam means passion. What is it? Where someone is expecting something in return, name, fame, or tax benefit, or he's actually desiring for fruitive result. I gave so much of charity, I should you know get good business, good wife, and all that. He's thinking of something that he will get out of it, or in a grudging mood. Sometimes some people do charity in a grudging mood. Grudging mood means pariksklitam, upeksha, meaning eh, meaning that person really doesn't want to give, but because he's been forced, then he tries to give. So that is also passion. Why do you think this grudging mood is in passion? What is the problem with this grudging mood? Person didn't want to give, but he was forced to give, and then he said, okay, okay, take it. Sometimes we see such people, right?
They're maybe trying to prove something or as a part of the pride or exhibiting some qualities like that.
Okay. Any other thing why it is considered rajagun? Okay. First thing, when you give charity to the right person, how do you feel?
Feel very good. Feel like
Feel happy, right? Like,
happy.
let's say you give charity to children who are who then after 1 2 years they pass their 10th and 12th, and they get into some bachelor's degree, and that charity organization comes and tells your money we supported, these children have graduated now. What do you feel? You feel happy about it, right?
Yes, yes,
So
Prabhu.
if you feel happy about it, it is in mode of goodness. Goodness will bring happiness. Now, let's say this grudging mood is there. He didn't want to give, but he gave in a grudging mood. What will be the end result? How will he feel?
Restless.
He will feel miserable. And miserable means misery, dukkha, klesha, pain in his heart. Why I gave? I should not have given, right? So passion, that's why it is put into passion, because what is the result of passion? It is klesha, misery. Some dukkha will be there. So that's why this is in putting passion. So one may think, okay, anyway he gave, but then it results in passion actually. Charity is sometimes performed for elevation to heavenly kingdom. Now in the Vedic times, right, even if you are accessing Vedas today and all that, it says like this, that if you do charity, you will go to Swarga Loka and all that, which is true. There's nothing wrong in it. And sometimes with great trouble and repentances afterwards, why I have spent so much in this way? See, this is the grudging mode. Why I have spent so much. Charity is also sometimes given under obligation at the request of the superior. And our mother or father will say, hey, give. So grudgingly we will pull out 10 rupees and give. And they will feel happy, but we will feel pain. Why I gave, right? So this kind of charity are said to be in mode of passion. They will bring misery instead of happiness. So there are many charitable foundations which offer their gifts to institution where sense gratification goes on. Now this is a very interesting statement. Such charities are not recommended in Vedic scriptures. Only charity in mode of goodness is recommended. So let's say there is a charity event, and that charity event is for building a casino or a gambling house, or it is done at a horse race. You know, these horse races, you know, no? Race courses and all that. Have you heard about these things? Hmm? Have you heard about these horse races and all this?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yeah, yes, Prabhuji.
Yeah,
Yeah,
sometimes charity events are arranged here.
Which
yeah,
people go for these activities.
Hmm. But according to Bhagavad Gita, it is considered passion, mode of passion. Why? Why?
It
First of
is
all,
just
how
a
is money put here in this race game? Can you tell?
game for pleasure to just
Ah,
win, and there is no benefit out of, just for personal pleasure they are doing.
um, okay. Do you know how it works? This race course? Anyone knows how does it works? How does people make money?
I think they put some bets. I think so, like that.
Bets.
It's a betting. Yeah,
Yeah. What is that betting called? Gambling.
gambling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They say this particular horse will win. I will put 100 rupees on it. And if it wins, I will get 1000 rupees. So it's a gambling. Is there a hard work involved by the people involved there?
No,
No,
Prabhuji.
right? It's not hard on money. So it is gambling. Now, money of that gambling will go in charity for whatever purpose. So the money was not hard earned, charity was done, right? The money is actually source is gambling. So it is in mode of passion. Getting?
Yes, Prabhu. Yeah.
In the long run, such money is not sustainable. In the long run, such money is not helping. What happens is if we give something, like last time we were talking about food. So who is cooking the food? His consciousness is also there in the food. That's why if we eat the same thing, the same item, let's say roti sabji, the same item um, in um, in a hotel and the same item at home, where do you think you feel fulfilled?
Home, Prabhuji.
Yeah, the reason is because your mother or whoever cooked had love, and we taste that love. Okay, we taste that love. So same thing, the money that is coming, if the source of that money is gambling, if the source of that money is, you know, something bad source is there, then the consciousness of it will affect whoever is receiving. It will result in misery, like that. Okay, sense gratification goes on, like casino and, you know, something, some reasons, charity for casinos and charity for gambling houses and so yeah, so this is all the considerations that we need to make when charity is done. Any questions on this point?
Yes, yes. No, Prabhuji.
Okay. Adesha kale yad danam अपात्राभ्यस्ते दीयते असत्कृतम अवा अवाजनातम तत्तामसम उद्धारितम, and charity performed in impure place at an improper time to an unworthy person and to without proper attention and respect is said to be in mode of ignorance. Contributions for indulgence in intoxication gambling are not encouraged here, like we talked. The sort of contribution is the mode of ignorance. such charity is not beneficial. Rather, sinful people are encouraged. Sometimes, government says, oh, no, we did um, we are having this lottery, right? uh, Lottery scheme and all that. People buy lottery tickets and all, but part of that money, 20%, we are using it for this purpose, that purpose. So that charity that they say is in mode of ignorance actually. It's in mode of ignorance. So what happens is people lose money in lotteries, right? Lottery tickets and all that, they become addictive to it. So what is the use of such kind of charity, right? Which is increasing this addiction and gambling and all that. So it is madness. You understand now how it is madness? Hmm? Yes or no?
Yes, yes, Prabhuji.
Yeah. So charity should lead to all round development. It should not make a hole in one side and then a mountain on other. You're getting? It should lead to development in all sides, and that development should be guided by mode of goodness, not mode of ignorance. Okay. Now it should not be okay. Proper attention and respect should be given. So same thing, previously it was grudging mood. Now sometimes some people, they give charity but without attention and respect. So there was this famous politician, okay, and he was at a place where it was struck by floods, and then there were organizers who had arranged for people to give their needs and all that, clothes and food and all this. So this politician comes over there, and a lot of people are in front of him, and he picks up something and then he throws at them. Okay, he throws at them. Here, catch it. Do you think that charity is very respectful?
No, Prabhuji.
Yeah, this is what it means. It has to be given respectfully also. Proper attention. It should not be done in a very like people throw money, right? Sometimes they throw money at other person and all that. That itself is so disrespectful. What to speak if you throw it to a beggar and all that? Here, take it. No, you give it with respect. They need they are not below dignity. We need to understand that. Sometimes too rich people, they get into that mode. Okay. Om Tatsad iti nirdesho brahmanasтрiyudha smritah brahmanastene vaidescha yagnascha vihita pura. So this is a very important statement. Om Tatsat. You must have heard this. Om Tatsat. Om Tatsat. Om Tatsat in short means I am doing this for the Om Tatsat. Meaning I am doing which is eternal, the supreme, to that supreme who is eternal, like that. From the beginning of creation, the three words Om Tat Sat were used to indicate the absolute truth. These three symbolic representations are used by Brahmanas when chanting the hymns of the Vedas and during sacrifices for the satisfaction of the Supreme. Okay. What is this sloka trying to say? It is simply trying to say whatever you do in life, your duty, your penances, your sacrifices, your eating, it should be done for whom? Om Tat Sat. It should be aimed to please the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Does it make sense? Yes? Yeah? Does it make sense? Any comment here? Why the Supreme? Everything should be done for the Supreme. Why this concept in there in Bhagavad Gita? Everything should be done for the Supreme. Why Krishna multiple times says this? You have to do it for the Supreme. Then he says, I am the Supreme. You have to do it for me. Yes?
That is correct.
Correct. It is fine. But we
Yeah.
need to understand the logic behind it. Okay.
Yeah, the logic. Because everything belongs to Supreme Lord.
Okay. Everything belongs to Supreme Lord. Yes, that's one reason. He's controlling everything.
Yeah, he's a Supreme Controller.
Hmm.
So maybe we will get the taste of detachment or like sense of like we are nothing. Real sense of. So rather than having a illusory that we are doing something, rather because we are not doing anything, we are not capable of doing anything.
Any
Prabhu,
other
actually,
comment? Hmm.
actually, we were doing this before, like before coming to this material world. So that is, so this is our, uh, this is the real nature of the
Hmm.
Jivatma, Supreme
Okay.
Supreme.
Yeah. The nature of the
Yes.
Jivatma is to serve the
Yeah.
Supreme. Yes.
So
So we
Lord
have to do
Krishna
it.
is reminding, is again reminding us to do, you know, to perform our duties basically.
Hmm. Okay. Okay. We will just go to one verse and from there we will try to understand why we have to do everything for the Supreme. This verse 17th. I think it's 18.70. 18.70. Okay. यस्य नहं कृतो भावो बुद्धिर्यस्य न लिप्यते हत्वापि स इमा लोकान् न हन्ति न निभ्यते. One who is not motivated by false ego, whose intelligence is not entangled, though he kills men in this world, does not kill, nor is bound by actions. So the whole Bhagavad Gita was spoken by with Arjuna's argument, that I don't want to kill. Now Krishna is saying, if you do the killing for the Supreme, Om Tat Sat. Om Tat Sat has multiple meanings. Okay, one is for the Supreme, one is according to the Shastras, for the real reasons, for dharmic reasons. Hmm? For Karma Yoga, where one is detached, he knows that he is not doing it. There are other factors. Second thing is, it's benefit for everyone. It's in a detached way, duty, and ultimately to please the Supreme Lord. He has given the Dharmic Shastras according to that. And then here the point is, it's not motivated by false ego. False ego means what? Ahankar. Ahankar means to think that I am separate personality than the Supreme. To think I am this body, but not the soul. So when we think separately from the Supreme and when we start doing it, then we have to be liable for every action. Okay, we have to be liable for every action. Just like, there are wars. The government sends the army, the king sends the army, and the army goes and kills on the behalf of the king or the government. When they come back, the soldiers, do the government or the king put them in jail and say, okay, you killed people, so now I have to put you in jail? Do they do that?
No, no, Prabhuji.
If they have killed more people, they will actually give them awards.
Yeah.
People in sense, if they have killed enemies, that not people, enemies.
Yeah, enemies.
Now, but if the same soldier picks up a fight with his neighbor and kills him, then the same king, the same government, what will they do?
Court martial.
Court martial. They'll put him in jail.
Yeah.
But if he says, I did the same killing on the border, I killed enemies, so here I killed at the border of my house the neighbor. What is the problem?
Mm.
What is the problem there? Because he killed his neighbor out of his own selfish act. It was not under any higher direction. It was not authoritative. It was not bona fide. Right? It was driven by his false ego. It was driven by his selfishness. So he has to, what? He has to face the consequences. Same way, whatever we do, we should do it for the Supreme. Then, first thing, we don't face the consequences. Because we are doing it in true ego. Everything belongs to him, so I'll give back everything to him for the satisfaction of the Supreme. Right? And even if that involves killing, like, Krishna is going to say in the 17th verse of the next chapter, though he kills in this world, does not kill. Just like a soldier killing enemies on the battlefield is not entitled for jail. It is not considered killing. Okay. So basically all that karma that he did of killing is burnt away. He doesn't get any reaction. So when we aim it to the Supreme, then we don't get any reaction also. And when we don't get reaction, we are doing a karma by which our path for liberation becomes open. Our path for moksha becomes open. What is this path for moksha? Moksha means to get rid of our karmas also. Because the karmas are binding, and both kinds of karmas are binding. The punya karmas and the papa karma, the pious and the impious, both. The pious will make sure that we are born in some nice family to enjoy, and the impious will make sure that we are born in somewhere where we have to, face hardships. If both the karmas are burnt, then no more body, right? Then the moksha is possible. So this is the behind concept of, why everything should be done for Om Tat Sat, satisfaction of the Supreme. Does this help you in your understanding?
Yes, bro.
Yeah, because we need to be very clear why everything for Sri Krishna. He gives one Parama shloka of Bhagavad Gita 18.66. Sarva dharmam parityajya mam ekam sharanam braja aham tam sarva papebhyo mokshishyami ma suchaha. Aham tam sarva papebhyo. If you do sharan of me, aham tam sarva papebhyo. Not just few pape, but sarva. All the papa will be taken away from me. And what will you get? Moksha ishyami ma suchaha. You will get moksha. So Krishna is explaining the whole thing to just say that, okay, do it for the Supreme. Moksha is guaranteed. How to do it for Supreme? We will see in the next 2-3 verses. How to do it. Details are very important, right? Because sometimes some terrorist may say, I am also doing it for the Supreme. And I am killing babies. I am killing women and children. Is that doing for the Supreme? How do you know?
No, no.
Ah. So, because we have time less and I have spoken on very important subject, let me finish that thought process. We are at verse number 23, right? Yeah, 24 only, see such things as ever. 24 is how to do it, okay? Therefore, transcendentalists undertaking performance of sacrifices, charity, penances in accordance with the scriptural regulation. So the Vedic scriptures tell, Tasmad Om iti uddhritya yagna tapakrita pravartante vidhanoktam. Vidhan. Satatam Brahma Vadinam. Vidhan. When we talk of Vidhanukta, that is the Shastra. So according to Vedic Shastra, we should do. Then it is Om Tatsat. Right? Okay.
Yeah. Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay. So okay, we'll stop here. It's 2 p.m. Any questions? Any comments? Any questions or comments? Okay. So no questions. So we'll stop here. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.